we? When are we?
We're descending toward Hill Valley, California at 4:29 p.m. on Wednesday, October 21st, 2015.
2015?
Does that sound familiar? That's today. The future is now, so it would seem. In the movie Back to the Future 2, Marty, Jennifer, and Doc Brown travel forward in time, and the day has finally come. It's been 26 years since Part 2 hit theaters, and this year, the series is celebrating its 30th anniversary.
So this morning, Walter and Jen are here with a look at what the movie got right and what it got wrong about 2015. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen Chris Norman, the producer, this excited about any other story than this one right here.
Of stuff about this.
All right, maybe writer-director Robert Zemeckis was working from his own future almanac, or maybe he just had a very good imagination.
Either way, Back to the Future 2's version of our present day was pretty spot on. The movie got a lot right.
Okay, so the big screen TVs, check. Video calls, check. Even the 3D movies without the stylish glasses, check. They were all predicted in Back to the Future.
Now, the real world is really starting to catch up with the fantasy. Who didn't want a hoverboard after watching the movie? Now they exist. Lexus is working on one version, so is a startup called Hendo Hoverboards. The only drawback is these real hoverboards only work over certain surfaces. They're powered by liquid nitrogen-cooled superconductors, and the one we've seen, they're pretty loud.
Nike promises that it's working on some self-tying shoes. They released a limited edition version of the ones Marty wore in the film a few years ago, but they didn't tie themselves. The new footwear will feature powered laces, all right. According to Nike's patent, motorized rollers are supposed to sense the wearer's weight and tighten the laces when someone steps into the shoes.
Wow, and Pepsi Perfect is what they serve at restaurants in the future. And while the flavor doesn't really exist, the brand does, at least for today. Pepsi has actually created 6,500 limited edition bottles of the Pepsi Perfect. Amazon and Walmart were selling them for $20.15, 2015, in honor of Back to the Future Day. They've already gone. The bottle is a collectible, but inside it's just Pepsi's current soda made with real sugar.
This next one is a big, I can't read with these glasses.
Wondering that.
The next one is a big maybe. The Chicago Cubs winning the World Series.
It's not looking so great right now. Last night, the Mets won again. They're up 3 games, so the Cubs need to win the next 4 to advance.
And in the movie, if you remember, the Cubs sweep the World Series against Miami. In 1989, Miami didn't have a team. Actor Christopher Lloyd says he would love to throw out the first pitch of the World Series if the Cubs make it. But again, the Cubbies still need to beat the Mets to make it happen. If the Cubs do win, it would be their first title since 1908.
All right, so how about what the movie got wrong? The most obvious and most depressing error? There are no flying cars.
I know. Where are we going? We still need roads. We're also missing out on dehydrated pizzas. Remember the small ones that blew up into the big one? The film may have predicted 3D movies, but it didn't predict that the popularity of the Jaws franchise would fizzle out. Signs advertising Jaws 19. Jaws had 3 sequels in real life, ending with Jaws of Revenge in 1987. Maybe Zemeckis was thinking about Sharknado instead. Well, the movie's wardrobe department was also a little off.
No one wears 2 ties. And while we'd love jackets that dry themselves and adjust automatically, that would be amazing. They simply don't exist. Maybe in another 30 years.